spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Tennessee Titans and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17, and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Titans, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On second down, it's Alexander, and he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Colin Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10 now, Willis and the Titans at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Right back to him on first down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Addison, and he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Willis now off of play action. And that is incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you go ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, the Vikings did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, Alexander, by the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity.
It's Alexander, and he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. And there you go, Charles, a guy you liked an awful lot coming out of college, I know, making the stop behind the line.
Yeah, I thought he had the best instincts of any linebacker I'd seen in about the last decade. Crashed together with some tremendous athletic ability. Not bad for the first month of his NFL career.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alexander, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 7 yards there and a first down. First and 10, Willis. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
46 yards on the ground for him so far. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. They go play action with Willis. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
First down, Tennessee.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. To the air on first down, here's Willis. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Willis. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to get this out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill, and now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They'll run on first down. Addison. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Going to the right here and finding Burks. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. To throw, here's Willis. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Up the middle they go. Addison. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Willis on 31. Airing this one out for Evans. And this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to him on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free, they need to get some takeaways as well.
They go play action with Willis. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third down, it's Willis. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, Paul. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Alexander, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, here's Willis. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 44 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Willis. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Willis, 4th down here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They follow up the first down 1 yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Colin Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us It's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Willis. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Come on. Seven Pirates. 19.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Alexander, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On 3rd down, Alexander. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Up the middle they go. It's Alexander, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would.